got some unfortunate news for the violent Bob Ross, aka Luis Peña. He has been arrested in Florida on Friday on robbery and battery charges. So basically, what ended up happening, Mario, he was taken into custody on Friday by Coral Springs, Florida Police Department on three counts. Ready? Robbery by sudden snatching, which, by the way, in Florida, that's a felony. Um, Battery and criminal mischief. So, I just want to put a disclaimer out there right now. There really isn't any information on how or why exactly this happened. There's only really information on like the charges in general and how he was caught. So I figured that was worth mentioning. And as of Saturday evening, Mario, he was being held at Broward County Detention Center on hold from Palm Beach County. But it's currently Monday morning, so there hasn't really been an update on whether or not he was released or not. So he could very well still be there. I could be wrong on that as well. So I figured I'd worth mentioning that. And a couple things worth mentioning. Coral Springs Police Department spokesman Christian Swanson confirmed that Pena was apprehended by a law enforcement agency on Friday, which was the day he was taken into custody. Um, when a warrant for Pena's arrest was called in from an outside jurisdiction. And they actually got a tip that Pena was in Coral Springs, and that's how they ended up contacting him and finding him and taking him into custody. And I already mentioned that in Florida, robbery by sudden snatching is a felony. And on Wednesday, Pena tweeted that he had, quote, serious mental health issues his entire life and had, quote, finally gained the strength to get and accept the help I've needed for a long time. And mind you, this was before this happened, so that makes it a lot more interesting. Um, Hunter Campbell, who is the UFC's executive vice president and chief business officer, he told ESPN that the promotion is looking into the situation. He also mentioned that UFC has been aware that Pena has been going through mental health and substance issues for quite a while now, Mario, and the promotion will now book him into a fight until they find out more information. Um, and they are not and they have requested to not speak further at this time. And a little bit on Luis Pena. 27 years old. He last fought in the UFC back in April, and he's a lightweight and featherweight fighter who was suspended 4.5 months by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for a positive marijuana test last June. So he has had a bit of a history with this, Mario. Um, he has a 5-3 record in the UFC and is one of the Ultimate Fighter. He is also nicknamed the Violent Bob Ross, like I mentioned, due to his passion resemblance to the famous late Pink. He looks just like him too, Mario. Kind of scary. But yeah, Mario. So I'll pass on to you. But before I do, this article was written by Mark Ramondi, who's an ESPN staff writer. So your thoughts on Luis Pena getting arrested in Florida?
Well, first of all, Nate, I don't even know what to say, really. I don't know exactly what happened, so I can't really touch upon the details. But the charges itself, like, I mean, it's a shame. And Wednesday, you talked about getting like the mental help you deserve, but like you ended up doing something like this. Now I understand. Okay, mental health issues, they are very, very serious. And I mean, again, who knows? Maybe that's the reason why he ended up going into the UFC. A lot of people end up going into fighting, when stuff is wrong in their when they're going through tough times in their life. It's a way to relieve stress. It's a way to get your anger out without actually like doing something illegal. So again, when I look at it, Nate, I don't know what to think about it. I really don't. I do hope that if he is still looking for the help, I do hope that he gets it and he becomes a better person from that. But overall, you can't be doing these types of things neither as a UFC fighter. And the UFC knows that. And again, they're not going to book him for any fights until they get to the bottom and they get them the information that they need, because we don't even have the information so far. All we know is this right here. So we don't exactly know what's going to happen. But I will say this: Luis Pena, again, what you did was that, again, you should be ashamed of what you did, but you need to get the help that you deserve. It's simple as that. Okay, obviously these are felon charges. With most likely he's going to get some. I expect some jail time. If these are felon charges, I expect some jail time out of it. I'm not sure exactly how much he's going to get, but all I know is this, Nate. We, it's so weird because, again, like I said, a lot of people, they go into fighting when stuff's going wrong in their lives. Mental health issues, a lot fighting does solve that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot fighting does solve that. But then you got, obviously, there's examples where, it can't, like for instance, like with Ryan Garcia, even though he's a boxer, he does have some mental he talked about having mental health issues of his own. So he ended up taking time away from boxing. I understand that. But with Luis Pena, the only person that can help him out here is him. You know, the only person that can get yourself better is you. And again, if you show that, if you go through the necessary steps that you need to go through, which possibly might mean taking some time away from your fighting career to get better, then so be it. But for you to say you have mental health issues and then do something like this 2 days later, again, that's not helping you. That's not helping you right there. Again, I don't know why he wanted to rob. I don't know why he again ended up beating up the person. I don't know because I don't have the details in front of me. When we get the details, we will give an update on it. But as of now, again, I don't know why he did this. I don't. I understand the whole mental health issue part, but I don't understand why you would do this. You know, I'm just not. And now they also said the UFC also did say that he has gone through that they are aware that he has gone through mental health issues and substance issues as well. That could also be something, you know, who knows? He could have been drunk and decided to do it. You never know. But all I know is this, Nate, okay? I'm not sure what the whole details are. Regardless of whatever happened, you know, shame on him for trying to rob somebody and shame on him for committing battery. You know, it is a shame, especially in Florida, considering the fact that they're a lot strict with their laws than a lot of other places. But I do hope that Luis Pena can learn from this. I do. I do hope that he learns from this. I do hope that he can get the help that he wants. And I hope that he can be willing to go get that help and end up becoming a different person from this. But saying that, but talking about you wanting to get help and then doing this 2 days later, it's not helping your case. Again, it's not. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen to Luis Pena when we get an update on him. Again, we will let you guys know. But again, shame on him for doing what he did, you know? And as far as the whole mental health issues, look, mental health is a serious thing, Nate. It really is, you know. He also had substance issues on that too. That is another serious issue right there, substance issues. So we don't know if those two combined is what led him to do what he did. But overall, I'm going to say this right now, Luis Pena, you need help. You need to get the help that you deserve. Enough with this. Stop doing all the wrong stuff and start doing the stuff that will benefit you in your life. You robbing and you committing battery is not going to get you away from any charges. Okay, I get you that you have mental health issues, but that's not going to get you out of any charges. What's going to get you out? What's going to get you to a better place is stop doing stop what you're doing right here and start doing the stuff that'll help you. Going into rehab for the substance issues. Okay, getting your mind right to the way it needs to be so you won't do these types of things again. And not only that, so you can put yourself in a better position in life. You are a UFC fighter. You know, you are blessed to be a UFC fighter. The UFC has the best fighters in the world. Okay, you are one of these UFC fighters. You got to start. You got to start. You got to start acting like a professional. Okay, all the anger that he has, take it out in the octagon. Don't do it out of the octagon where you can get in trouble. That's why people go into fighting, because it is a way to release your anger legally. Okay, Mike Tyson grew up in a bad neighborhood, a rough place. He had a rough childhood. You've seen all that anger come out in the ring. Now, regardless, he also had his issues outside with the law too. But regardless, that's what fighting does. It takes you out of the rough place that you're in, and it puts you in, it gives you a place to relieve that anger. That's what he needs to need. That's what he need. That's what he probably used the UFC as an outlet. But doing this stuff outside the UFC, it doesn't help. Again, I don't know the whole details, but all I'm gonna say is, again, look, shame on him for doing this. And the only thing I hope that he gets the help that he deserves, because in order to become a better person, you need to stop doing these criminal things, and you need to start getting your mind right, and you need to start again going to rehab, getting the substance away. You need to start doing the good things in your life. You need to start going down that good path, that path that can help you get to where you need to be in life. So with that being said, I'm not going to wish nobody the best of luck. All I do is the only luck I'm going to say is I hope Luis Pena again learns from whatever this is. I hope that he gets his mind right, and I hope he becomes a better person, because stuff like this is unnecessary and it's unacceptable.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mario. And I look at, he has serious mental health issues. He's also had issues with substance abuse, which are two very serious things. Um, and I understand that, but it doesn't give you an excuse to do what you.
Absolutely not.
It really doesn't. And I don't want to fully disclose it out because, again, like you said, that could have been a reason, but again, it doesn't give you a reason to do what you did.
Right.
It
And
could
they
have been a
said
factor,
substance
but yeah,
too. You combine like mental health issues with the substance abuse. Like that's not healthy neither.
yeah, exactly. And when a lot of people, they look at crimes and they're like, oh, well, that's not an excuse to do this and that. You're absolutely correct. But when some people talk about that, I feel like they fully disclose the fact that like that person needs help. You know what I mean? And he can still he can still change. You know, a lot. You know, he can
Right.
still change, become a better person, do what he has to do to succeed. You know what I mean? So I'm not, I'm not gonna hold him. I'm not gonna hold this against him. Well, I mean, in this situation, obviously, shame on him. You know, not supposed to be robbing people and
Right. This is
getting charged for
unacceptable.
battery. Yeah, absolutely. But in the future, you can definitely learn from this. Um,
Right.
you can definitely learn from this, become a better person. Again, I said this before, and I'll say it again. Experience is what we give the name to our mistakes.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the wisest men in sports right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, shocking as it is, because we would have never said this 10 years ago, was Mike Tyson.
Hmm.
Simple as that. And you look at all the stuff he's been through. You look at all the
Yeah,
stuff he did in his past against the law. You know, I'm talking about like the drugs, and I'm talking about like the assaults that
all the fights
he
that he got into, right?
right outside of the ring, all that type of things. The dark place he was in, he was able to build himself back up
Yeah,
and turn into this guy that a lot of fighters look up to because he has so much knowledge, not just in the fight game, but outside of it.
absolutely.
So
And you watch a lot of his you watch a lot of Mike Tyson's podcast. You know, he does touch up a lot on that. So if
right.
it's called Hot Boxing. So if you want to go check that out, you can. It's on YouTube. But yeah, he touches up on it a lot depending on what episode you watch. And it's really cool. I really do like to hear that. As for Luis Pena, you can definitely be that. I know in this particular moment you're having a rough time, and I get that. But again, it doesn't give you a reason to do this, and now you're getting yourself into trouble. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure. Maybe this led him like, oh yeah, maybe this will make me feel better. But if that was the case, like you should know that like it's only gonna put you in a worse spot. I hope you can learn from this and become a better person. Um, I'm not gonna wish anybody the best of luck, other than the fact that I do want Luis Pena to learn and be a better person from this. And I'll end off by saying this: bring more awareness to the mental health, bring more awareness to substance abuse, because those are some very serious issues. Especially in
Very
this world that we live in today. So, if you have someone that suffers from both of those, try and reach out to them as best as possible. And with that being said, if there's an update on this, we will let you guys know.